Hey everyone, happy Tuesday. Welcome
Hello.
to On a Mission. Hi Beta. Hi Mission Pro fans.
Hello.
How's everyone doing? I'm Emily May. This is Veda, and we're so excited because Thriller is almost here. We're a few days away. We're
For sure.
Wednesday,
Like then it's
Thursday,
the week of.
Friday, 4 days away. Are you ready, Veda? The excitement.
I am. I'm so pumped to finally be in San Antonio for a Mission Pro show. I feel like I've been there a little bit because I always watch the show on Title Match. So like it's a weird I'm sure we're gonna have like a weird deja vu actually being in the building, but I'm super pumped.
I mean, it's exciting. I'm because I think you did our Dallas show and you did our
Mm-hmm.
Oklahoma show. So you've not
Right.
yet been to San Antonio. So you're going to
Nope.
see the whole entourage of San Antonio fans. Yes, thank you for everyone's joining us in the chat. We have No Gimmicks. Podcast is in the chat, a wonderful sponsor of many of our matches and wrestlers for this show. So thank you for your support. We have Brent Ross in the chat. Hello, NPW World. Matthew and Front Row, always here in the chat. But yeah,
Yes.
we are. Stephen Green is here. Izzy shocks the
Hello.
world.
Oh, we'll get to
Yeah,
that.
we'll get to that. Yeah, we definitely have such an exciting show. So we had to break our predictions into two shows. We did last week. So if you have not seen our predictions for half of the matches for Thriller, go back and watch last Tuesday's show because we broke it all down. Veda gave her insights. I broke it all down, and everyone in the chat was very active. So I want everyone to
Yes.
get those predictions ready as we go through the four remaining matches. And if you have not gotten your tickets, go to missionprowrestling.com, get those tickets. But if you're not in San Antonio, don't worry because you can watch it on Title Match Network. And it's what, $9.99 a month. You get all of the past Mission Pro shows. You get the Thriller on Saturday, and you can also watch a lot of other women's wrestling.
Yeah,
That's
I mean,
great.
this is not. I don't want to like spend too much time hyping up title match, but if you're gonna, start subscribing now, hang on to that subscription for a little while because we've got WrestleCade is coming up in November. I'm gonna be there calling a whole bunch of shows. I know that there's a bunch of other women's wrestling shows that are getting added there, plus the whole back catalog
Yes,
of
and
everything.
yeah, and Mission Pro will be at we haven't officially announced it, but I know Tiffany, our Mission Pro champion, will be at WrestleCade
Mm-hmm.
and maybe a few
Yeah,
others. So
for
and I
sure.
wanted to break this breaking news if not everyone saw it, but Jasmine Allure has officially put her Hurricane Pro Women's Championship on the line
Wow.
against Brittany Brooks. And I know we discussed her match last week, but this ups the ante and ups the stakes for this match. So this is gonna be
Well,
a banger.
we talked a little bit about, Brittany Brooks and how she's had some big championship opportunities coming up just in the past couple months. So this, I feel like, really has changed, like literally changed the stakes because there's a title on the line. But also, I mean, this might motivate Brittany. She was kind of my pick. I thought she was the underdog pick, but this might motivate her even more.
Yeah,
Pretty cool.
exactly. I mean, this is a huge opportunity for Brittany. Obviously, we talked about those two talents really growing and going all over the place. And this might be a way for Brittany again to be collecting that gold. No Gimmick says we are here and ready. I like to see that energy. We will see you in San Antonio for this one. Yes, come say hi. Veda and I will both be there. So come find us, say hello. We love all of our sponsor support. You all help make this show happen. You help support the wrestlers and talent. So we can't do it without you. So we really do appreciate that. Um, and yeah, Mission Pro. Okay, Front Row said it. Front Row broke it, so I will say it. Mission Pro will be at WrestleCade. Come by. We will have a table and we'll have talent rotating throughout. And so look for on our socials for all that information of who's going to be there. And we're going to have some cool merch and come meet the roster of Mission Pro.
I'll
So
be there all
mark your
weekend too.
calendars. And
I
Veda
have a
will be
table of
there.
my own, but I'm sure I'll stop by the Mission Pro table too.
You
So
gotta come by, say hi. Yeah, Clint, another amazing sponsor for our wrestlers this time. Always a huge supporter. I kind of went with Jasmine. So Joseph, I know we were talking about that match. I kind of went with Jasmine. Now she's putting her title on the line. I think Brittany will be motivated to win. It's true. It kind of makes the stakes much higher. Mario, the show is not sold out yet. Thriller. Where ticket sales are really steady right now. I know people kind of wait as it gets closer, but you definitely, I believe we still have second row tickets available, VIP. So you get a special photo op, you get a special poster signed by the roster, and there's an additional Halloween themed item that you're going to get. And it's super cool. It's custom, exclusive, and only VIP members get it. So you got to get that second row ticket for the VIP package. Oh
Yeah,
my
we
gosh,
still have half.
Bernsey, first time
Yay!
going to Mission Pro.
This is a good show to be at because we still have 4 more matches to talk about.
Oh yeah, we
And
gotta
like
talk about it. I know we gotta
we
get to it.
everything we talked about last week, like that is stacked. That was a stack that we talked about. Half the show, 4 matches, super stacked, casket match, all of it.
Yes.
We still have 4 more matches to talk
Yeah,
about.
let's.
And they are some of the biggest ones.
Veda wants to get to the action. I see what she's doing here. I see what you're doing. You want to talk about all the matches. So we're going to talk about 4 important ones that have been talked about across social media. I don't know if you've seen Mission Pro socials, but we're going to talk about Izzy Moreno versus Maya World, because this has been one that has been totally captivating. I'm trying to pull up the graphic here.
Yeah.
Has been captivating the whole online world. Izzy was on Busted Open on Monday talking about Mission Pro Wrestling, was on a few weeks ago as well. She has been going, Izzy has been attacking Maya World, and Maya World's been responding online. So if you've seen this back and forth, it's been really wild. And these are, Izzy again is this fan favorite. This is her second match at Mission Pro. She had her in-ring debut last time at Boiling Point, and she has been getting her reps in at Hybrid School of Wrestling. She's been doing their monthly shows. She's been getting in the work. She's been putting it in. But Maya World, I know you have very strong feelings about Maya World, Veda. Maya World had such a surprisingly just dominant debut at Mission Pro.
Yeah.
And I'm really excited about this one. So how do you feel about this one? Everyone, let me know what your predictions are in the chat. But Veda, what's your breakdown of this one?
Well, Maya World, like you said, just surprised everybody and immediately became a player in Mission Pro. And I think that she and Izzy are kind of in similar positions right now when it comes to Mission Pro, because they both have to prove to the Mission Pro office, to all the fans, to the entire roster, that like they aren't just about impressing that one time. Like, everyone can do it once. They aren't just about like coming out of the gate and like having everybody talk about them. Now you need to follow up. It's a lot like when you win a title. You have to get through that first title defense. Well, for Maya World and for Izzy, I think that for both of them, they're still kind of riding a lot of hype. Justified hype, because they're both incredible athletes, but they also both have to follow up. Like, they both have to continue to deliver. And from the way that they've been talking to each other, I think that they see each other as competition, but that can sometimes really like bring out the best in each other too.
Yeah, I mean, think about this. We have 2 very young, talented wrestlers that are still learning about this world. They're learning about what moves are best to fight their opponents, right? They both have this confidence. And we've talked a lot about this with different kind of competitors that have gone through Mission Pro. Is there's they both have very different types of confidence going into the ring. Like Izzy has like all of these fans, these BFFs. Everyone's best friends with Izzy. That she might have that support in San Antonio. And that's true. Brian brought up a good point. I saw Maya post this, that Maya was nominated for Rookie of the Year in PWI. I know. I think there's some voting happening for it. So if you want to support Maya,
there's a couple, really prominent names in there, but Maya is, representing, and you've seen her Mission Pro, and like, I don't know, I feel like that going into this match knowing that she's been nominated for Rookie of the Year, and I can say from experience because I was Rookie of the Year in PWI, my rookie year, and it really just like, again, it's more pressure. It really is, because Maya now knows for sure that there are tons of eyes on her and they are expecting her to deliver. And I feel like Maya, to me, the way she carries herself and the attitude that she has and the work ethic that she has she can follow up, she can deliver. But could say the same thing about Izzy too, because
Yeah.
Izzy has been working so hard for so long just to debut. And I don't think she's going to let that be the end. Like, I
Yeah.
think that now that she is out of the gate, like, we've only scratched the surface of what Izzy Moreno can do. So I don't know. This one's really exciting.
Yeah, this one's really exciting. Joseph says she had a great first impression. Veda's right. Izzy needs to prove first time wasn't lucky. I mean, Izzy went against a former champion at Mission Pro.
Mhm.
You know, Jasmine Allure. Like, it's one of those things. It's like it's you're gonna have different opponents throughout your career, and so Izzy needs to find that strategy that's gonna work best,
Yeah.
right? And you're
Because
not
that
gonna
match
always
with
get those wins.
Jasmine, for sure, that match with Jasmine, it's your debut. It was an incredible match. It's a huge accomplishment. But we all know that wrestling moves really fast, especially with everything streaming, with Mission Pro always putting on shows, with everything on Title Match. Like, you can't just rest on one great match. You have to keep delivering. So that is what is, I think, a lot of pressure.
And I do have to bring this up. Front Row brings this up. Reminds me on Twitter. I don't know if you all saw, or X. Maya has Mercedes Moné on her side. There was
Which
a
makes
lot
a lot
of
of
these
sense.
tweets going around that
I can see that, though. The thing is, when you like see how Maya, again, like how she wrestles, how she works, how she carries herself, there's a lot of Mercedes in that, I think. So I don't know, with the Rookie of the Year nomination and the endorsement from Mercedes, that I feel like that could really push Maya through, because Izzy's gonna have the fans on her side for sure. Maya will too, but Izzy has that connection. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I have to pick a winner, don't I?
Yeah, I mean, everyone put your predictions in the chat. So Joseph says, shocker, of course, Mercedes is supporting Maya. Izzy was put on the map as the super fan of Bailey. So there's a lot going on there.
Yeah, and a lot of just really prominent eyes on this match. We saw when Izzy debuted for Mission Pro how many people were watching, how many people were tweeting about it, how many people were talking about it. And I think Maya has to have that in mind too. Just know that this is a match that people are going to be watching.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I really love Izzy, but it feels like Maya is in the like high pressure situation, and she delivered the last time. So I'm going with Maya, I think. Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe.
Everyone in the chat, maybe. They doesn't have the friends there.
I don't know.
Let me know your predictions in the chat, everyone. I think I'm going to go with Maya as well.
Okay.
I think Izzy is still finding her ground, and I think she can't underestimate Maya. I think Maya might have a little upper hand on Izzy.
Yeah, and it's probably going to come down to something really, really close. I think this has potential to just be a show stealer. We've talked about that with a couple other matches, but usually when we say that, it has to do with the talent involved in the match and also just the stakes in the match. And I feel like this is a match that has so many high expectations that it really could steal the show.
Yeah, exactly. Well, we will have to see. There's a lot of Team Izzy in the chat and a lot of Maya. So I think it's going to be a mixed, it's always interesting. Sometimes the online fans vote one way, and then when you get a crowd together live, they go a whole different direction. And so that's what I love about live crowds is you never know which direction they're going to go. So we will definitely have to see on Saturday which direction this match will turn. And this will definitely be one to watch. So everyone watch on Title Match Network. We go live at 6 p.m. Central. And you don't want to miss it. Sign up.
Yes.
And enjoy the show with Veda on commentary. So let's get to the next match. We're going to break down this one. We're going to break down Morgan Mercy versus Gypsy Mac. I feel like this is a very appropriate one for Thriller, our Halloween show. So Gypsy Mac is coming back to Mission Pro. It's been a while, I think over a year or two. It's been a while.
Maybe more than a year. We talked to her and I can't remember. We talked to her and I can't remember exactly what she said, but I know she said it had been a while.
Yeah, it's been a really long time. I know we last talked to her about a month ago on a Mission. So if you missed that interview, you can go back on Mission Pro's YouTube channel and check it out. And so, and then we're having another debut. We have Morgan, we have Morgan Mercy that's making her debut here. And so I feel like these are two very strong competitors facing each other. Gypsy's trying to obviously make a statement back at Mission Pro since we've grown, since she's grown. We're really going to see what she brings back to the ring. And then Morgan Mercy is also someone to watch. And so how do you feel about this match, Veda? And everyone in the chat, let us know your predictions. Which way you think this is going to go? I think this is going to be a little bit grittier and a little bit more
Morgan Mercy,
grounded.
her style. Yeah, her style is again very has an edge to it, very gritty, I think is a great word for it. And it could be really, really hard hitting. And then when you add the fact to it that like Morgan is making her debut and we know that she's taking that debut very seriously. She's someone who, is picking up more and more steam and really looking to establish herself in a promotion like Mission Pro. But Gypsy Mac, although she's already been in Mission Pro, is kind of a situation that we've had before where there's been a break, and in that time she's been, refocused, retraining, and it's a re-debut. So to me, this almost feels like two debuting talents in terms of trying to make an impression and trying to get a win. And I don't know. Gypsy, when we talk to her, she seems just so determined and so focused. But like I've seen Morgan Mercy's name popping up everywhere. I don't think I've ever called a match of hers yet, but it feels like it's only a matter of time because she just seems to be, just picking up so much momentum. I don't know.
So Joseph says this is 50-50. Morgan versus Gypsy can go either way. First gut tells me Morgan. So I know we've talked a lot about this about matches, is that you can't underestimate the debut talent because you never know. They're coming in not really knowing anyone, not even necessarily understanding the strength of their opponent, but these underdog stories, they happen and these moments happen. And so sometimes they have that extra energy that like you're just not expecting.
Well, and like No Gimmick says, Morgan Mercy's an absolute powerhouse, scary, really scary. And
perfect
I don't know
for Halloween.
I mean, she might be at her most powerful in October because everything that I've seen out of Morgan has a very just a very creepy, scary is a good word for it, edge to it.
Yeah.
So I might have to go with Morgan for that.
Yeah, I mean, October, do we like the powers of like the dark side become more powerful? Is that
well, and a couple people said that they're not super familiar with either competitor. Again, they are newer to Mission Pro, but that's kind of what makes a match like this so fun. And time and again, whenever we have matches like this in Mission Pro where people going in on the chat are like, well, I don't really know either of them, but I was interested when you interviewed them. The next week, like, they have new favorites. So I really think that, like, there's a lot of eyes on this match. It's a chance to really make an impression and make some new fans. I'm going to go with Morgan Mercy for this because, again, it's the spookiness. It's the October. Gypsy Mac's a little spooky, though, too. So
she is.
I'm going to go with Morgan. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm going to disagree with you, Veda, and I'm going to go with Gypsy. So I'm going to go with that re-debut because I think she's going to come in and really kick some butt and really.
Well, she did say she's been working towards this for a long time.
Exactly.
So
I think this is on her bucket list. I think she's prepared. I think she's focused, like Front Row and everyone in the chat is saying. I think she's zoned in. And I think that zoning into your goal and to what you want to achieve, I think she's going to bring that. I think that might out trick Morgan's kind of, dark side kind of powerhouse moves. I think sometimes that mental game could be way more overpowering. So I think this, again, and all these matches are matches you don't want to miss. So again, catch it on Title Match Network. Front Row says Morgan has the power advantage, but Gypsy is super focused. I think the focus part is going to be key in this. And we should just sit back and enjoy. Can't really pick a clear winner in this match, so sit back and enjoy. That is true. Everyone just sit back and enjoy. All right, so next we are going to break down, let's see. We're going to break down Angel Blue. Did we break this down last week? Angel Blue
No, we've
versus,
talked to both
we
of them, but
talked
we didn't
about
break
it.
down the match. Yeah.
Yeah. So Angel Blue versus Mia Friday. And these again, let's break down this match. Let's give us our thoughts, our predictions in the chat, because this will be an interesting one. We have Angel Blue who's making their debut this weekend, and then Mia Friday is the special favorite of Mission Pro and around Central Texas. She's been all over the place. And I think she just traveled back. I believe she was in Japan. She's been all over the
She was with Ice
place.
Ribbon for a little while. Yeah.
Yeah. And she is such a young competitor, but is really growing into herself, growing into who she is as a wrestler. And has surprised us and been growing every match that she's had at Mission Pro. So, and then again, we have Angel Blue, who is newer to Mission Pro, making her debut. And again, we can't underestimate those debuts. So, Veda, how do you feel about this one?
Gosh, I mean, Mia, it's so hard for me to vote against Mia Friday. It really is. And I still may pick her as my favorite just because of the momentum she has with all the accomplishments that she's been racking up recently. And she has more experience with Mission Pro. But although when we talked to Angel Blue, we kind of got into this. But although she's making her Mission Pro debut, she is not new to professional wrestling at all. She is one of the longest tenured veterans in all of Texas. And she's had to take some time off for injuries here and there. But the fact that she's come back from a career-ending neck injury,
Yeah.
to me means that like every match she has now is even more important. And also, and we talked about this a little bit when we had Angel Blue on the show. She is someone who is not afraid to bend the rules and sometimes just break the rules and throw the rules completely out the window.
Exactly. We
That's
gotta be
something that Mia
careful.
Friday needs to watch out for. And Mia Friday,
Exactly.
yeah. Mia Friday, I mean, again, not to count her out at all. And she has so much heart and so much determination. But like, Angel Blue is wily. She's a wily veteran.
Well, and Mia Friday usually is sweet and is energetic, and that can only go so far when you have
Yeah.
someone that has the attitude and the just the experience that Angel Blue has. And again, we've talked about how she, like you said, she's coming back from an injury, and you're more passionate and more determined than ever to make a statement and make a moment. And Mia Friday should be careful.
For sure. Like, think about it. If you were told, like, you're never going to wrestle again, your career is over, and you managed to fight your way back, and now, like, there's a whole new crop of wrestlers out there. Like, I don't think Mia Friday had even started wrestling when Angel Blue was last in the ring. So now Angel Blue really has to reassert herself against all of this new talent. And for Mia Friday, she might just be in the way. But also, like, if it was anyone other than Mia Friday, I would say 100% Angel Blue will just like run on through. But Mia has that fire, and she's coming back from a huge international tour. I'm picking Angel Blue only because I've known her for a long time and I know what she's capable of. But I think this is going to be a huge learning experience for Mia Friday, and it's only going to make her better.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. I'm kind of torn on this one. I'm gonna go with Mia Friday.
Okay. It's
Because
tough.
it's really hard. It's really tough. Mario is going with Angel Blue. Everyone in the chat, let us know what you think. Mr. Twisted MF. Mia Friday prevails on Saturday. I mean, Clint is saying Mia Friday all day. There's a lot of Mia Friday fans. So again, the voting in the chat can be one way, and then once we get live, it could totally change.
Yeah.
I love how debuts have the ability to change people's minds in the moment and get them to kind of, you know, chase different sides in the moment, and that's really cool. Brian saying advantage goes to Angel Blue since the match is on a Saturday and Friday. Oh, tricky.
But I mean that's so true, Emily, because like the Mission Pro fans are some of the most responsive ones in all of wrestling. Like you truly can go from completely unknown to having all of these people cheering for you or booing you depending on what your attitude is during the match.
Exactly.
And that can really just push you through to a win. I'm still going for Angel Blue, but I don't know. It's really hard to vote against Mia Friday.
I
I'm
know.
excited for this one too.
Yeah, we're all excited. Again, get your tickets at missionprowrestling.com. Watch on Title Match Network, and we still have one more match, which is we're gonna leave
This
one
is a
more
big
match.
one though.
This is the main event, everyone. This is, I'm gonna pull up. This is our championship match. The Mission Pro Wrestling Championship is on the line. Tiffany Nieves, our Mission Pro champion, versus Christina Marie. And we've had Tiffany on various times on a Mission. We spoke with Christina, and this one, I don't, this is gonna, I mean, this is, again, could be match of the night. There's so many elements involved here that could sway this. I mean, Tiffany has really been amazing. She just won another championship at OVW. She's been winning gold, collecting it, and she's representing Mission Pro on all over the country, all over the United States, and perhaps she might, travel the world with it, but only, she has to get through Christina Marie first.
Yeah, Tiffany is really everywhere right now. I feel like every time I open up social media, I see her advertised for another show or like winning. We reserve the right to change our
I like
minds
that.
on
We
matches
reserve the
live.
right. Yeah, I like that. To change our minds on all the matches live. That's true. Any minute, you never know.
However, and I respect Tiffany so much. I think it was an amazing accomplishment for her to win the Mission Pro title after we had such a dominant champion for so long.
Mhm.
However, oh hey Dom, I'm gonna have to go with what Dom is saying here. Dom is talking about we have the pleasure of Christina Marie as the reigning MCW Women's Champion up in Maryland. Wouldn't bet against her. When we had Christina Marie here on the show, I talked a little bit about how we have been, rivals for a long time. I've wrestled her many times.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever managed to beat her. I might be wrong about that, but I feel like she's defended titles against me. I couldn't beat her. She's another belt collector, and she's someone who, and you could get this impression when we talked to her on the show, she's someone that kind of like mostly lets her actions speak for herself. Like she lets the wrestling kind of speak for itself. And I feel like there's a chance that she might just walk into Mission Pro, collect another title, and then that changes the whole face of MPW.
Mhm.
So I don't know. She is someone who is just so determined. But Tiffany Nieves is the same way. Tiffany Nieves has overcome. Literally, she's gotten a whole second chance at her life. Like she is
Exactly.
someone who, I don't know.
I mean, she's had a second chance at life. Yeah. I mean, she's had a second chance at living the life that she wants and she deserves. And she also is willing to do anything. And we've seen this all over. She's willing to do anything to get what she wants.
Yeah.
And willing to go through anyone or anything, use anything to get it. And so that is what I think gives her the upper hand here, is that Christina Marie might not necessarily be prepared for that anything.
That's a really great point because, as we're saying, can't bet on Tiffany. She's going to win this one. Christina Marie's going to be her toughest test to date. And I agree with that part. I just know from, calling a lot of Christina's matches and being in the ring with her, she is so powerful that it might get to a point where maybe what Tiffany needs to do to win is, the things that we have seen Tiffany do. And I agree that I don't know if Christina is going to go in that direction. And if you have someone who's willing to do anything to beat you and hold on to that title, I mean, I might have to vote for Tiffany. I think I might have to say that Tiffany's going to retain. But
Okay.
there's definitely a chance that we could see a title change here. But
yeah.
Oh, and then Tiffany also seemed to think that I shouldn't be picking against her. Listen,
Yes.
I think that
She was very
normally
mad.
I think that normally the champion does have an advantage. And if it was anyone other than Christina Marie, sure, I would 100% be on Tiffany's side. I think that Tiffany might still pull it out. However, I think that the reason that she might be victorious here, because she's more willing to, bend the rules than perhaps Christina would be. And is that like a win's a win? Is that a win to be proud of? I don't know.
I
But
think
we'll
she
see.
cares. I don't think Tiffany
We'll
cares.
see.
And
I know
that's the
she
thing.
doesn't care.
We've talked to her. She does not care.
She doesn't
how
care.
She gets it, how she gets the championship, how she retains, as long as she gets it done.
But that
Um,
really does make her so dangerous and so dominant as a champion. If she's willing
yeah.
to do whatever it takes to hold on that title, how can you beat that?
Yeah. Clint is like Tiffany getting that win. Tiffany is the face of Mission Pro all day. Ari Davis is La Princesa prevails courageously. There's a lot of people rooting for the champion here. Win is a win.
Yeah. I mean, it's
Joseph
true.
says she may have to cheat to keep her title. I can see her escaping via a DQ or a count out loss.
Which again would be a win, would have her retain the title. I don't really necessarily agree with that strategy, but I do agree that the Mission Pro Championship is so prestigious, and Christina Marie is such a potentially just like tough challenger that, yeah, I could see Tiffany doing whatever she needs to do. So I'm going to pick Tiffany only because I know that she's willing to do whatever it takes. But
yeah,
this is going to be tough. This is not going to be an easy match for Tiffany at all.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, both of these wrestlers have fought against all odds to get to where they are today. We've heard Christina's story that is very uplifting, somewhat similar. She's had a very rough story and upbringing. Also, Tiffany has had a really tough journey as well. And so they're both bringing this to the ring, and they're going to lay it all on the line. And this is definitely going to be a match to watch. So again, get those tickets at missionprowrestling.com. Watch it on Title Match Network Saturday, 6 p.m. Central. MPW Thriller. If you're going to be there in San Antonio, wear your costumes.
Yes.
Wear your outfits. I forgot I was going to wear my cute little pumpkin ears, and I totally forgot to put them on before we went live. But everyone bring your costumes, and Veda will be our official costume contest judge. And we'll definitely have some fun. People are going to bring some costumes. You can purchase merch from your favorite wrestlers and have some fun with the family. Yeah, Veda's going to bring merch, and it will be wonderful to see everyone in San Antonio. Veda, where can everyone follow you on social media?
Oh, just go on to the X or whatever we're calling it, at It's Veda Time. I'm on there. You'll get to see. I have a bunch of shows this weekend, so I'll be flying around. But you can catch me this Saturday on Title Match for Mission Pro. I'm super excited for that. But yeah.
Awesome. So. Yes, we're going to get it done. Can't wait for Saturday. Excited to have you in San Antonio, Veda. Can't wait to see everyone in the chat that's able to go there in person. Come find me, come find Veda, and we'll have a little bit of fun. Enjoy the show, and we will see you next Tuesday for a breakdown of what went down on MPW
right now,
Thriller.
This is normally when I pick what my match of the show is going to be. There's too many matches. Think that. So I will let you know after, like, maybe I'll have a better idea after everything we do the recap, and I'll have more of that perspective. But right now, I don't know. I can't pick. Yeah,
I know. I can't either, but we'll definitely pick our match of the night on Tuesday. And so we'll see you next Tuesday at 9 p.m. Central. We'll break it all down. Enjoy MPW Thriller if you're watching on Title Match, or we'll see you in person. Thank you all so much for joining us. We'll see you next